Hello everyone, and welcome to my instructional presentation on how to take an effective penalty kick. Did you know that football, or as it's called in America, soccer, is a sport that boasts a fan base of around 3.5 billion people? That's nearly half of the world's population. This makes football more than just a sport, but a physical language that is spoken around the world. I've been playing football from the age of 5 all the way through high school, and I've always practiced penalties whenever I could on my own time. Whether you've practiced penalties like me, or haven't had the chance to interact with the sport, the goal of this presentation is to teach you how to take an effective penalty kick and provide you with a physical activity that will refine your skills in a potentially new way. There are certain prerequisites that I recommend having before attempting to take effective penalty kicks. These include an inflated football cleats, which don't necessarily have to be football cleats. It could be any sort of cleats that have studs on them that grip onto the field and allow you to move freely, athletic attire that you feel comfortable in, a goal to shoot on, which can be the one seen in the image, or it can be any sort of makeshift goal that is created by having two cones act as the goalposts, prior knowledge of how to kick a football, which is ironically attained by practicing penalty kicks, or doing research on your own. So feel free to do research on your own. But during this video, I will be showing you different parts of your foot that you can use to kick a football, pertaining to taking very good penalty kicks. And last but not least, a partner to act as goalkeeper. This is optional, but it's highly recommended because it will allow you to differentiate between penalties that can easily be saved from penalties that won't easily be saved. The first step to take an effective penalty kick is to place the ball on a good piece of grass approximately 12 yards away from goal, directly in line with the center of the goal frame. This is usually marked by a penalty spot, but if it isn't, remember that 12 yards, or 14.5 steps from the goal line is where you want to be. The second step to take an effective penalty kick will be to take 4 to 5 steps directly backwards from where you've placed the ball. This will be followed by taking 1 step laterally towards your least dominant foot. So if you're a righty, take 1 step to the left and vice versa. The third step that will preserve the quality of your penalty is to zone out the goalkeeper, crowd noise, or anything that could be a distraction to you while taking your penalty. My inclusion of this step can be explained by a research study. According to a research study by Slate.com, it was found that when goalkeepers made attempts to distract their opponents from 1986 to 2012, they made more saves, with their save rate increasing by over 10%. This is evidence that psychology plays a significant role in penalty taking, so making an active effort to limit distractions around you can make your penalty taking more consistent. The fourth step to take an effective penalty will be to look at the ball and decide which zone of the goal frame to kick the ball towards. A research study from 2021 investigates which zones are optimal for penalty success. According to Portuguese academic Carlos Almeida's 2021 study of 536 penalties taken in professional football over a 5-year period, the corner zones of the goal frame are where goalkeepers save the fewest penalties, where there is a conversion rate of 79%. I personally recommend shooting the ball into the bottom corners of the goal frame so that you eliminate the risk of kicking the ball too high. The fifth step will be to take a deep breath before approaching the ball to shoot. This will help calm your nerves so that your shooting motion can be effective. The sixth and final step to take an effective penalty kick is to strike the ball with your instep, which is the arched middle portion of your foot towards a zone of your choice. Make sure to allow your foot to follow through the ball so your foot doesn't decelerate before contact. You can also shoot the ball with the inside of your foot to simply pass the ball with 75% power into the side of the net with accuracy. The way you decide how you shoot your penalty will be based off your personal preference. When all of the steps discussed are followed correctly, the result should look something like this. After you've developed a technique that works for your penalties, feel free to experiment with a variety of tactics and tricks to see if they enhance your ability to score more penalties. These include the speed tactic, the delay tactic, and the stutter tactic. There are certain things you'll want to avoid when attempting to take effective penalty kicks. These include looking at the goalkeeper, since the goalkeeper can only be a distraction to you, changing decision of where you're going to kick the ball, because being decisive will give you more confidence as to where the ball is going, taking eye off the ball when making contact. Taking your eye off the ball can cause you to make worse contact with the ball and therefore affect your penalty taking. And last but not least, shooting with 100% shot power, especially when first starting out. When you're first starting out, it's important to focus on accuracy and hitting the 4 major zones: the top left corner, the top right corner, the bottom left corner, and the bottom right corner. These are the references I used to gain further insight into how to take effective penalty kicks. Hopefully, by implementing these tips of avoiding distractions, being decisive, and shooting away from the goalkeeper, you will build a framework to practice penalties on your own. It has been researched and proven that these steps will help you master your ability to take an effective penalty, so try it out for yourself. Thanks for watching.